Captain Anshul Gupta for the Indian Navy on strike. That's down the leg side again. Another white signal by the umpire. So Anshul Gupta is off the mark with a deft touch down to third man. Tried to go down the ground but got the inside half of the bat. Lakhan Singh nevertheless will get off the mark with a double. That's lifted over square leg. A short of a length delivery from Mohsin Khan. Sat up well for Lakhan Singh, who played it beautifully over square leg. It's gone for a boundary. This is a good start to the innings by the Indian Navy team. Oh, that's driven well again down to mid-off. By the time skipper Jayant Yadav fields it, the batsman will be through for a single. A dot ball to end the over. After the end of the first over, Indian Navy are 10 without loss. So Digvijay Deshmukh will share the new ball along with Mohsin Khan from the pavilion end. It's been a good start to the innings from the Indian Navy batsman, but still a long way to go. That's well played by Lakhan Singh again. Soft hands, dropped the ball there in the 30-yard circle and called his partner for a quick single. The communication between the two batsmen seems to be pretty good right now. Spraying this one down the leg side again. Another wild white signal by the umpire. Three wides already in the innings by the Reliance One team. That was lofted by Anshul Gupta, the captain. He tried to go down the ground but ended up hitting it straight to mid-off. So the captain fails to deliver today. In the quest of some quick runs, Anshul Gupta holds out at mid-off to a simple catch to Lukman Meriwala. So Indian Navy is 12 for 1. So Shubham Rohila is a new batsman. Left-handed batsman at number 3 for the Indian Navy team. They'd be desperately expecting a good innings out of Shubham Rohila here. And Shubham's underway with a cut down to third man. So far it's been a pretty good over by Digvijay Deshmukh. Just the 3 runs and the important wicket of the captain, Anshul Gupta. It was edged but just fell short of the slip fielder. Digvijay is bowling a pretty probing line here outside the off stump, the batsman, not providing any width. In the slot, lofted over mid-off, and Lakhan Singh gets another boundary. His second one of the innings. That was in the slot and gave the batsman a chance to free his arms, and he gleefully accepted the invitation. So takes a single down to third man and keeps the strike. So end of a successful over for Reliance. Indian Navy after 2 overs are 18 for the loss of 1 wicket. So a bowling change from the north end. Just the 1 over for Mohsin Khan. New bowler is Lukman Meriwala, left arm pacer. That was in the slot again, and Lakhan Singh has beautifully lofted that over mid-off. He's gone for another boundary here. He's quickly moved on to 17 from just 8 balls. He's got a very good start here. Indian Navy would want him to carry on throughout the innings. So even though the Indian Navy has lost their captain early, the runs are continuing to flow. Skipper Jayant Yadav would be looking to get another wicket here. So the field change there from Jayant Yadav. He put himself back to long off, and Lakhan Singh drove him again. Just a single this time. Edged again and falls short of the slip fielder once again. Shubham Rohila on this occasion being lucky, played it with soft hands. Dances down the track this time and lofts the bowler above covers. The cover fielder there was just a mere spectator. It goes for another boundary here. So the boundaries are starting to flow now for the Indian Navy team. Shubham Rohila on this occasion. Oh, and he's bowled. What a comeback from the bowler. Completely yorking the batsman there. Shubham Rohila tried to work that through the leg side, but the length was too full to make such a kind of an adjustment. As a result, sees his leg stump sees the bails being dislodged. So Shubham Rohila departs for 5. And Indian Navy have lost their second wicket now, with just 27 on the board. So Mohit Ahlawat is the new batsman here for Indian Navy. He was the star player in the previous game, scoring a very quick 562. Let's see if he can get his team to safety here again. What a brilliant delivery first up to the new batsman. Cut the batsman in half. After the end of 3 overs, the score is 27 for 2. Played well by Lakan Singh to covers. It's a dot ball. Digvijay Deshmukh is in the middle of a good spell here. He tried to pull, gets a top edge, and Lakan Singh departs. Lakan Singh saw the field restrictions and tried to dismiss the ball over mid-wicket, but the ball hit the upper half of the bat, and he just could manage to balloon the ball to mid-on and was easily caught by Mohsin Khan. So Indian Navy are 27 for 3 in the 4th over. So Mohit Ahlawat on strike. The batsman crossed while the catch was being taken. Digvijay Deshmukh here, hitting the good lengths on the surfaces. It's well played by Mohit Ahlawat. Played it cautiously right under his eyes. The onus will be on Mohit Ahlawat, the star from the previous game, and the new batsman Nitin Tanwar to study the Indian Navy ship here. 162 runs seem a very a distant target from here. Picked through the square leg region. A brilliant effort at deep fine leg by the fielder. And the batsman will come back for 3. So Mohit Ahlawat gets off the mark. Picked to square leg again, but this time just the single. After the end of 4 overs, Indian Navy are 31 for the loss of 3 wickets. So, introduction of spin for the first time in this innings. It's Rahul Chahar. Rahul Chahar recently made his debut for the Indian team on the tour to West Indies. A short ball to start off with, but just a single. Nitin Tanwar could not take full toll of it. Scoops the ball to mid-on. Rahul Chahar plies his straight for the Mumbai Indians in the IPL. A short ball again. Mohit Ahlawat this time got under the ball, picked it beautifully over fine leg. Much needed boundary for the Indian Navy. They would need a big partnership here. That's well played from Mohit Ahlawat again. Goes towards deep mid wicket and they'll come back for a double. Mind you, the Indian Navy team is maintaining a healthy run rate here, but it's the loss of 3 wickets that will be bothering them the most. Once again, tries to go inside out, does not connect well, but luckily for the batsman, the ball falls in no man's land. So Mohit Ahlawat is taking his chances here. He's come out with a clear intent to dominate the bowling. That's well played. Good running. Single to end the over. Mohit Ahlawat will keep strike. 10 runs of the first Rahul Chahar over. It's 41 for 3 after the end of 5. Mohit Ahlawat here is turning on the heat against Reliance. A short ball, backed away, pulled the ball handsomely over deep square leg for a 6. Good start to the over for the Indian Navy team. So Mohsin Khan has been brought back into the attack. Just the first over was given to him. Driven down to mid-off, but straight into the hands of the fielder. Pulled once again, another short delivery, but straight into the hands of the deep square leg fielder here. So the fourth wicket down for the Indian Navy team. Mohit Ahlawat departs after a breezy knock of 18. He was probably looking their best bet to take the Indian Navy team to safety shores. Pick the deep square leg fielder to perfection here. So Hardik Sethi is the new man in. Batting at number 6 for the Indian Navy team. He's probably in much earlier than he would have liked. Picked uppishly through mid wicket. There wasn't any fielder there, so pretty safe shot. So Hardik Sethi gets off the mark with a boundary here. Ten runs came of the over, but Reliance would be happy that they managed to pick the wicket of Mohit Ahlawat. After the end of the power play, Indian Navy are 51 for the loss of 4 wickets. So Rahul Chahar to continue from the north end. Just a single to long off. Nitin Tanwar has been away from the strike for quite some time now. Both these batsmen will have to play till the end if they are to make a match out of this. The Indian Navy camp would be hoping that these two batsmen string a useful partnership here. Push down to long off again. 3 singles of the over so far. An outside edge that was well cut off by Mohsin Khan at short third man, keeping the batsman down to just a single. Rahul Chahar is mixing up his leg breaks and googlies here. That's well bowled again. A dot ball to end the over. 7 overs gone. Indian Navy is 55 for the loss of 4 wickets. So skipper Jayant Yadav into the attack. Right arm off break bowler. A back of left delivery first up, cut through point. Both the batsmen seem to be concentrating on just rotating the strike as of now. There's still time left in the innings. If a good partnership is being strung, then definitely a match can be made out of this. Sweeps the ball in front of square leg this time. Hardik said he will come back for a couple easily. Push through mid wicket this time. There's nobody in the circle on the leg side apart for the short fine leg fielder. They're pushed again in front of square leg. Some good running from the batsman again. Will fetch them a couple more runs. So Jayant Yadav finishes his over. After the end of 8 overs, Indian Navy are 62 for the loss of 4 wickets. Bowling change and a no ball to start off with. That will be the extra run. So Prince Balwant Rai bowling, being the new bowler, starts off with a no ball. So a free hit here to Nitin Tanwar. Tries to slog sweep this one, doesn't get hold of it correctly. The ball is caught at deep mid wicket, but being afraid, the batsman will manage to collect a single out of it. So 3 runs have come off the first ball. It was well bowled there from Prince Balwant Rai. It was a googly. Tries to sweep this one again, Apishli. Falls well short of the deep square leg fielder. Batsman managed to correct a single in the process. This is good batting from both the batsmen. They're ensuring that there aren't any dot balls in the middle and the runs keep flowing. Slog sweep. That was a sweet connection from the batsman there. A pretty tidy over has ended in a 6, and the over has yielded 12 runs for the Indian Navy team. They'll be happy after this over. It was right in the slot. Nitin Tanwar took the chance and cleared the fielder quite comfortably. Short ball from Jayant Yadav here, but there is protection on the boundary. It'll be just a single. Lofted over extra cover. The batsmen are ensuring that the scoreboard keeps ticking on. Short and wide, cut beautifully. There is protection there in the boundary. A good pick up and throw from the fielder ensures that the batsman will just get a single. Nitin Tanwar there, stepping out and trying to attack the bowler. Could not get to the pitch of the ball. Manages to just skew that to the mid-wicket fielder for another single. So Jayant Yadav here changing his angle, coming from around the wicket. Protection there again at the deep square leg boundary. Single to end the over. After the end of 10 overs, it's 79 for 4. Prince Balwant Rai into his second over here. Driven through extra covers, Rahul Chahar at the long off boundary will tidy up and the batsman will come back for a double. So a nice little partnership here building between these two batsmen. Both have got starts. Nitin Tanwar there trying to slog sweep the bowler again. Completely missing the trajectory. A reverse sweep there. He's connected that beautifully. A welcome boundary to the Indian Navy team. There was no chance of the sweeper fielder there. The timing was good, but the placement was even better. So Nitin Tanwar is playing a good knock here. He's playing a very good hand. This is good batting. Picking up a single and rotating the strike after the boundary. 8 runs of the over have come so far. It will be important for the bowler to close this over well. Lofted straight past back the bowler. That's a brilliant end to the over for the Indian Navy team. So 12 runs have come of the over. After the end of 11 overs, the score is 91 for the loss of 4 wickets. So Jayant Yadav into his third over. This is intelligent bowling from the skipper. He saw the batsman backing away and deliberately bowled the ball wide outside the off stump. Indian Navy have a stiff chase ahead of them. They still need 97 from just 52 balls. There again the batsman trying to cut the bowler, not having enough room. The ball trickles down to third man for another single. Jayant Yadav is bowling a very intelligent and a conservative line from around the wicket. Push this one quicker through the air. Did not give the batsman enough time to pull the ball. Hence just a single towards the long on region. There again we can see the batsman trying to make use of the fact that the three fielders inside the circle on the offside and trying to cut the ball again and again, but Jayant Yadav bowling a pretty good line. End of a tidy over from Jayant Yadav. After the end of 12 overs, the score is 95 for the loss of 4 wickets. So Rahul Chahar into his third over here. Starts with a short delivery. Batsman wanted to pull that ball. Could not time that ball well enough. He would feel as if this was a missed opportunity. Another slog sweep. Almost a one-handed slog sweep here. But some good fielding in the deep ensures that the batsmen are limited to just a single again. So the Indian Navy batsmen have managed to string a partnership here and get their score back on track, but the required run rate has creeped up to 12 and the batsman would be wanting to accelerate from here. Club down the ground. Saurabh Tiwari at long on. Cuts the ball and ensures that the batsmen are again just down to a single. So 91 from 45 is definitely gettable, but the Indian Navy batsman would need some boundaries here. That's top edged. Luckily for the batsman, the fielder doesn't manage to come around the ball. So 4 singles of the first 4 balls of this over. The Indian Navy batsman would want a boundary now. That's very well bowled from Rahul Chahar. He's bowling flat, quick leg breaks and not allowing the batsman room to slog sweep him. Another dot ball. Tries to cut this, but it goes straight into the hand of Unmuk Chand at point. Dot ball to end the over. Rahul Char has done a very good job here in this over. Just given 18 runs of his 3 overs. After the end of 13 overs, the score is 99 for the loss of 4 wickets. To skip a Jayant Yadav into his final over. He's doing an extremely good job with the ball here. Not allowing the batsman anything. He's well into his 4th over and has conceded just 18 runs so far. He would like to end his spell with a wicket here. Slog sweeps the bowler. A good try there from the fielder at the deep square leg boundary. He was well ahead of the boundary line and maybe misjudged it a bit. So 4 signal by the umpire. So a much needed boundary, a boundary after quite some time for the Indian Navy team here. Just as Nitin Tanwar was getting a move on for the Indian Navy team, manages to pick the fielder at fine leg, tried to get cheeky, lost his bat in the process, and Mohsin Khan completes a fairly simple catch at short fine leg. So Jayant Yadav has a wicket to his name. Indian Navy 105 for the loss of 5 wickets. So a brilliant comeback by the bowler here. After getting hit for a boundary, Jayant Yadav responds strongly and dismisses Nitin Tanwar. So Nakul Sharma, the new batsman, the wicket keeper of the Indian Navy team. A pretty good wicket keeper. Let's see how well he can bat for his team today. Cuts the ball past point. Great fielding there at the boundary again. The batsman tried to take a double but could not. So end of an excellent spell from Jayant Yadav. He ends his spell with figures of 1 for 24 in 4 overs. After the end of 14 overs, Indian Navy 107 for the loss of 5 wickets. So the left arm pacer Luke Manmeriwala is back into the attack. Just a 1 over from him in his first spell. Outside edge. Goes to third man for a single. Hardik Sethi tried to free his arms and go over extra cover. Hardik Sethi is the set batsman here. He's batting on 30 of 29. He's got a start. He will have to take up the onus of scoring quickly and getting his team near the target set by Reliance 1. That was fielded well by the 12th man Nikhil Naik, but wicketkeeper Jitesh Sharma could not take the bails off cleanly, or it could have been close. Nevertheless, the batsman complete a double. A bouncer from Luke Manmeriwala, called wide by the umpire. It was well above the head height. Luke Manmeriwala would definitely think otherwise. Driven down to long off again for a single. The required run rate is now creeping up to almost 14 runs an over. It is imperative that the Indian Navy team finds some hits to the fence. He's pulled this one in the air. Well, that should have been caught from Saurav Tiwari at the long on boundary. Something that could have ended up in the wicket of a set batsman ends up in a boundary. These catches need to be taken at this level of cricket. Hardik said he would have no complaints, of course. Good fielding from the senior pro there on Mukchand. Coming back to the drop catch, Saurabh Tiwari had made good ground, got both his hands to the ball, but could not complete the catch. The ball just popped out. Luckily for him, it did not go for a 6. So another wicket falls. Nakul Sharma this time, trying to accelerate. It was the last ball of the over. Tried to go above long off, but ended up giving a simple catch to skipper Jayant Yadav. I must say Lukman Meriwala has bowled well in his spell today, not giving the batsman much to work with. The Indian Navy is 117 for 6 after 15 overs. So Rahul Chahar comes back into the attack. He'll bowl his final over from the pavilion end. Hardik Sethi trying to sweep him again, getting a top edge in the process. And Nikhil Naik, the 12th man, completes a simple running catch. So Hardik Sethi was a set batsman. Tried to sweep that ball from way outside off stump. So Varun Chaudhary is a new batsman here. Reliance One firmly in the driver's seat now. Went too far On the offside, the umpire signals it as a wide. There again, trying to slog sweep the bowler again, and another good catch completed by Jayant Yadav, the skipper. So the innings is really falling apart for the Indian Navy team. The last of the recognized batsmen, Ranjit Darji, departing without troubling the scorers. Rahul Chahar could not pick any wickets in his first 3 overs, and now he has two. Nishant Singh, the new batsman, but Varun Chaudhary is on strike. Down the leg side, and another wide signal by the umpire. Skipper Jayant Yadav would be very happy with the performance of his spinners. Lofted uppishly again. So Rahul Chahar bowling the last ball of his spell here. Would love to end with another wicket. Just beats the outside edge. Beautifully bowled by Rahul Chahar. End of a fantastic spell. 2 for 23 in his 4 overs. Indian Navy 122 for 8 after 16 overs. Mohsin Khan back into the attack. Takes the outside edge and goes to third man for a single. The performance from the Reliance bowlers have been very clinical in this innings. Apart from the one partnership between Hardik Sethi and Nitin Tanwar, none of the other batsmen could really manage a significant contribution. Single down to point. Some lusty blow here from Nishant Singh. Over extra cover. Got it right out of the meat of the bat. Boundary to end the over. So Prince Balwant back into the attack. Into his third over. Steps out. Tries to clear the infield, but a simple catch to Unmukh Chand at long on. And it's Prince Balwant Rai's turn to pick up a wicket now. So the ninth wicket for the Indian Navy team falls. It's 129 for 9. So Vipin Singh, the new batsman, driven down to long off. Comfortable single. So a couple of wickets here for Prince Balwant Rai would really help his confidence moving into the next game. A wild slog again from the batsman, but misses the line completely. A good over from Prince. So Vijay Deshmukh back into the attack to finish off the innings. He's in his third over. He's bowled pretty well so far with figures of 2 for 12. Skipper Jayant Yadav has very intelligently rung in the bowling changes and has marshalled his troops on the field with great efficiency. It has been an all-round comprehensive performance from the Reliance One team. Some major contributions from Vishnu Solanki and Anmolpreet Singh at the top of the order, and a very good performance from the bowling unit as a whole. That's it. He's cleaned him up. So Vipin Singh has its stumps shattered, and that ends a comprehensive 58-run victory for Reliance One. The skipper would be very happy. So would the team management. So Reliance One starts off their campaign with a clinical victory over the Indian Navy team. Thank you to all our viewers